Welcome back and hello if you are new. So I hope all of you are doing really well. As you guys know, I haven't really been all that active on the channel recently because things have just been too hectic and I needed to kind of take a step back. But with that in mind, there was a very important anniversary which basically came and went during the time I was away. So I thought I would make this video, kind of just talking about one of, I think, the most landmark albums of the last 10 years, really. And as you can probably see right next to me, there's a little bit of pink, which is Sunbather. So I've got Sunbather, the original press, or sort of original press, and then the 10th anniversary edition. And I'm sort of, I guess just gonna talk about the album and I think, what it means to me personally, what I think it's done for the genre of black metal and also the genres it's created, and then also kind of sort of show you guys the difference between the two, because there is a little bit more than just the remix and remastering from Jack Shelley. So first off, what is Sunbather? So if you've never ever encountered Deafheaven, they are a band which combined and very much kind of broke the mold with Sunbather. It's an album that is completely the opposite of what you would deem purist black metal to be. I think it's one of the most important records in black metal and that sort of counterculture in the last 10 years. For me, I think, the beauty in Sunbather is the fact that they didn't try to make this album. It just kind of happened, basically. And what I really like about this album is, it's just as much kind of Emperor, Dark Throne, all that sort of stuff as it is My Bloody Valentine, The Cure, Slow Dive, all of those sort of bands. And for me, it was kind of a little bit of a doorway peering into that world. And I'd never really sort of listened to that sort of stuff before. And it, really kind of helped me sort of broaden my horizons musically, if you will. So what's so important about Sunbather? I really think it's kind of changed the game for black metal forever. Black metal is still its own very boxed in thing, and it can be, that sort of classic true cult black metal, but it allowed the boundaries to basically be broken. So there's this little bit which is on the other side of basically the side A section, and it says the album was made in 5 days. Each morning we took the train from the city to Palo Alto, where we picked up in Jack's van. We had 2 days for drums, 2 for guitars, bass and extras, and 1 for vocals, all on live tape. How insane is that? The fact that they made an album that is as legendary as it is in 5 days, literally. I also think, the fact that it has been recorded to tape has that sort of sense of warmth to it that, maybe other black metal albums wouldn't have. And it's always been an album that I've kind of gone to, like, when I've had a really long day or something like that, and you just want to kind of just chill out. But weirdly, that sort of the juxtaposition, I guess, of like that crazy heavy blasting from Dan Tracy is kind of really relaxing for me, and also works with that sort of clean guitar and sort of, just kind of moving things around and just kind of getting lost in it. And that's one of the things I really like about this album. And the themes on the record, explore the idea of dreaming of warmth despite the pain of idealism. And there's very much, lots of different things that have been explored here that kind of look at society versus, the counterculture, I think. It looks at wealth disparity on Dream House, sort of relationships with Clark's father on the pecan tree. I also think, one of the things that make it so iconic is the colour. This beautiful peachy pink, it sticks out anywhere you see it. And also the typeface is absolutely genius. It looks like you can kind of read it with a bit of your eye, but it doesn't necessarily kind of like, it doesn't give the full picture away, which I really liked. And in terms of like, what the difference is, the variant that I got was the Deathwish exclusive, which is the Vertigo mix, and that's kind of what it looks like. I really like it. I think it looks really cool compared to the, the difference of the record. But there's also a really nice sort of like peach and yellow haze that they've done as well. And in terms of the layout, it's very sort of slick, very nice. And I like the fact that they've got a little bit of detail in here as well with that gold. But yeah, the record sounds interesting. It sounds different. I feel like there's more kind of body in it. But yeah, it just kind of breathes new life into an album that, you know, very much should be celebrated. And to make what is, I would say, probably one of my favorite albums of the last decade. I remember doing a decades video and it was featured in my like top 5 or top 10, I can't quite remember, but it was honestly one of the best records I've listened to in a very, very long time. And it wasn't immediate. That's another thing, is it took me some time. It took me some time to really kind of get my head around it, but now I have, you know, I really, really do love it. And then the original, just in case you guys are interested, the other pressing that I've got is I think it's like baby pink and piss yellow or something like that. I got it from the lovely All Ages Records, Nick and his great shop. So yeah, those are kind of like my thoughts on Sunbather. What do you guys think? Because I would imagine there's a good couple of you in the comments section who are fans of Deafheaven. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, it'd be great if you could hit that like and subscribe button. Let me know what you think in the comments underneath me about Sunbather, the remix, all that sort of stuff. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care, my friends.